That's awesome. All right, we're over here at Biloxi Bicycle Works Service Department again, just seeing what's happening. It's been kind of a crazy Tuesday around the shop, and I see Steve's got some repair work in. That's good. I like seeing this old Trek 7100. I mean, even hybrid bikes, the geometry has changed over the years. Look how straight, like the rake and trail on that. And for you that don't know rake and trail are your numbers here. They've gotten longer, which makes bikes more stable. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. Of course, you know, you got an IMA Big Sur, which is a, you know, quality e-bike that we sell. This is a heavy duty model, so we have to have the heavy duty lift to make it a little bit easier. But this customer had an unfortunate accident. You can see the steer tube on this is bent. So just realize when you're going 20, 28 miles an hour with some inertia, that things can happen. Luckily, this customer didn't get hurt. And I am able to get a replacement fork. So you can see the dropout broke right there under impact. There's a lot of these bikes that I just don't have a parts list, a schematic of what part is what. Oh boy, look at that brake rotor right there. And of course, you know, I mean, that's a Tektro brake rotor. So it's a 203. You can see the axles broke, but because this is a bike, one that we sell, and I've got a reputation with this, or a relationship with this customer, I can get replacement parts for it. So just remember that, because we do see, looks like a Tektro brake once again. You can see Tektro right there. That is important because I know what to order for this. So Dan's back here actually working on it with a rack that's been bent. So like I said, nothing that caused a catastrophe, but as Dan's back here working on his computer, we can actually get these parts ordered and get this bike back on the road. You know, if it's a bent frame or something, you know, that we will make that call. But luckily on this situation, it was just, you know, a fork and some other pieces. But the thing is, people call the bike shop needing these kind of parts all the time for consumer direct e-bikes. A lot of them don't have a name brand, and I don't have, you know, a schematic of the parts and what to order. And we've learned you can't just stick any fork in any headset. You know, there's a lot of different sizes, and a lot of these bikes coming over from these foreign countries aren't a standard size. So just be careful when you buy off the internet, because if you can't get parts, you've just made an expensive mistake. You know, I mean, these parts are not going to be covered under warranty, but at least the customer is going to be able to get their bike back together less than the cost of a new bike. And for us, it's not going to take Dan several hours to source parts. You know, we got a parts list. We do a visual inspection of what seems to be wrong, and we can order it from IMA. So let that be a lesson to you when you're you know, buying consumer direct bikes. Like well, actually that's a Huffy. This was this guy won this bike from the casino. Of course, look how it's put together. It's put together with the forks backwards. The headset is super loose. The bike's wiggling all over the place, and then the pedal is stripped out right there. So just be careful if you win a free bike. Don't hurt yourself. You know, bring it by the bike shop and have us actually assemble it, because as soon as you see a fork backwards, there's been a problem with assembly. And if the pedal's not going in straight, don't keep twisting on it. You can strip the threads. We actually had to either clean up the threads or maybe get a whole new crank arm for that. Look at Steve's doing some delicate work here. I do like that DeWalt tool. It kind of, how would you describe that, Steve? It works with it. You twist it, and the faster you twist it, the harder the, I don't know, but that's been a cool tool. I remember when I got introduced to that tool several years ago.
Time saver.
It's a time saver, yeah. So now we start the threads by hand, because you don't want to cross thread something, so we've learned that. But once you get them started, you can zip them on in, and then we'll use a torque wrench to kind of make sure that they're all even. So when you are saving saving time, just make sure you save time without stripping something out, because that takes a lot longer of the time. So, what were you doing to this bike, Steve? Just working on the brakes?
A little tune-up.
A little tune-up? Looks like it definitely could use a little tune-up.
Chain replacement.
Chain replacement. Oh, this is something cool. Now, this is... Steve owns a lot of bikes. This is one of my favorite bikes that Steve owns. This is a carbon fiber fat bike. This thing is lightweight, Steve. For a large bike with Jones bars, this thing is very lightweight. It rides amazing. So I'm glad this bike is in here, Steve. This, out of all the bikes you own, other than some of the sentimental bikes, this is kind of my favorite one, just because I like to see how big it is and how lightweight it is. Is it one of your more expensive bikes?
It's up there.
It's up there, but well worth it. Like, you take this on special occasions when you're on vacation and you want to have a great weekend of riding and you want problem free. I mean, you don't even have a front suspension that can fail.
Not much to go wrong with it.
Not much to go wrong with it. And of course, Steve has built this up with like XT parts and Jones bars and all those, you know, bikes mechanics put these special little touches into their bikes. So I think that's super cool. It's even got a carbon fiber seat post. Awesome, Steve. That was a little show and tell. I didn't even expect to be in here today. Well, have a good rest of the afternoon. I got to go check on Alana. So anyway, this is Tuesday. April 1st. April 1st. Has anybody pulled a prank on you today? They have me, and I fell for it. So, if someone says something crazy to you today, just realize that it's maybe April Fools, because I thought the bottom was dropping out earlier, and then someone said April Fools to me. So don't be gullible like me. Here it is, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm grabbing my lunch out of my van. Well, all right, guys, Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube here at Biloxi Bicycle Works, getting ready to go eat my lunch. I see Alana in here. Alana had to scarf down her lunch early because I had a meeting, but Alana gets to get out of work a little bit early today because of it. You deserve it, Alana.
Okay.
You're pretty much watching the shop all by yourself today.
Yeah.
God, and I've been out there talking since I got back from my meeting for 40 minutes. You know, because Jimmy was out there.
Yeah.
We're looking at that bike with Dan, the one that got crashed.
Yeah.
What was it? The Mexican guys that were just in here. They were super cool.
They were.
I recognize
he goes to BMX rides.
Yeah, BMX rides. He's
But
got a
it's
cool.
where his dad wants one of the IMAs.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
I barely had a chance to talk to him because I had 4 conversations going on out there, but that's why Alana's good. All right, Bart from Bicycle Rider YouTube here at Biloxi Bicycle Works. I'm getting ready to eat my lunch at 3:46 in the afternoon.
You sound like me.
Yes. All right, here at Biloxi Bicycle Works, we make people's dreams come true. So if you ever wanted an SE bike high definition TV, they're real. Here's the box. It's just like on the internet. You gotta believe everything you read. So if you thought a regular high definition TV was good, wait till you see the new SE Bikes Life high definition TV. It's gonna blow your mind. Hey, what really will blow your mind is, look at this. I'm gonna give you guys a quick glimpse. Something underneath this sticker. Oh man, is there a new Fast Ripper in the world? Look, I'll show you one. I'll show you the Fast Ripper that we all remember. It's the one I ride. I still like this bike. I mean, this was a really popular bike a while ago, but everybody wants new colors, new parts, and this year's new model does have some new parts. So this is a 10-speed big wheel BMX bike, and you can see, you know, it had a solid SRAM GX 10-speed rear derailleur on it for years. Well, things are changing, so as we bust out the new Fast Ripper, yeah, I did say it, this is the world premiere. I should say, you've seen it on the SE Bike Life's video, but this is the world premiere of the new 2025 Fast Ripper. So this is the first one in Mississippi, I know that. So when I say world premiere, these bikes literally just launched, and I know I got a special customer that's gonna be super happy because this bike's already sold. And then I've got another guy that's got this awesome, that orange and white big flyer. So I think he's out of Long Beach, Mississippi. So anyway, just know, dreams come true here at Biloxi Bicycle Works. Pete saw it. And like I said, don't disregard that box. Yep, it says high definition TV. See this? Full size SE, BMX Innovations. HDMI is really WMITH. BMX, plug and play.
So basically all the drivetrain.
Yes, you can ride YouTube.
It's been nicer finishing points and stuff like that.
I tell you what, SE's a cool company. So be gentle with these boxes because there's really a TV in there. Like I said, believe everything you read. Pretty dang smart.
It is.
We're not gonna, if you don't get it, we're not gonna get it for you. Just know, boxes get beat up on trucks. And they're gonna be a little bit more careful when there's a TV in. You know, if you think there's a bike in there, well, especially a BMX bikes, you could throw those things around because that's what we do out in the real world. But when it's the high definition SE TV, you're gonna be a little bit more careful. So thank you, truck drivers, for taking care of our SE TVs. All right, Bart from Bicycle Ride YouTube, having a little fun in the bike shop today. But seriously, new fast rippers are out. And we're gonna be one of the first ones to build it up. And I want to thank D-Blocks and the SE crew for coming down to New Orleans and riding out with us. That was awesome. Yeah, that's a real D-Blocks signature. I've got one on my bike too. Very cool when the factory riders come down to ride with their community. And that's what SE Bike Life's all about. It's real. And so are they. Promote the companies who actually show up to ride with their community. And promote bike shops that ride with their community too. So we're all on this together, and the last word in that is community. So get out and ride your bikes. That's what we do. That's what we're gonna do after work today. Bart from Bicycle Ride YouTube and Biloxi Bicycle Works. You guys have an awesome Tuesday.